yummy and good for you. Mirella Kretschuen is here from Elite Personal Training. Great to have you on the show, Mirella.
Hello.
Marty's always still in the spotlight, so it's good to see that you left him in the studio and came on down here.
My turn.
And you really do, as well as train clients, you really handle the nutrition aspect at Elite.
Yes, and I always want to come up with easy recipes that clients can make quick, and I always make sure they're healthy. Yeah.
Now, what is the biggest complaint that you hear from people when they're trying to really transition and get into healthier eating?
Time. They don't have time to get prepared or cook. Time would be the first one.
And you understand that. I mean, sometimes people look at really fit people and go, "Oh, you don't get it." But you're very busy.
Very busy. I have a son at home. I work full time, so yeah. Yeah, you just have to plan ahead. You have to prepare ahead. So that's why the high protein pancakes, you can make a few ahead. You can put them in the fridge. First thing in the morning, you just wake up, grab one and go. So you don't have to do anything in the morning.
That's a great idea because, I mean, it's very rare anyone's ever going to be making like pancakes for themselves in the morning, but it's like a pancake, that's great. I'm busy and I can still have it. So what do we do to get started?
So we're just gonna have to mix all the ingredients together. So I'm gonna go through them. So we're gonna start, it's only 4 ingredients, so very, very easy. And if you have a bullet, it's very clean as well. I don't like a messy kitchen, so.
Yeah, these are super easy because you can just super easy to clean. You don't have to get the blender out, and they're just little to put on there. And so you're using, I noticed just some oatmeal. Now you do have organic. Can we just use regular, or why did you choose organic?
Of course, you can use regular or organic, just a better way to go there. But you don't have to.
Okay, so you put about half a cup of oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Okay.
And half a cup of cottage cheese.
You have 1% here. Do you recommend 1% over no fat? Or
I would usually go with the 1%. Is the best texture and it's not as high in fat, so the saturated fat. So the 1% is usually the best way to go, and it still tastes nice. Usually the 0% people don't love. So here it's 1 cup.
Yeah, if you're used to the 2% cottage cheese and you go to the low fat, it's like, oh, this is water. This is disgusting. Yeah. So the 1%, good for you. And then you did your egg whites there.
Egg whites, 1 cup.
Okay.
So very high in protein. You get this is gonna come to 2 pancakes, and it's about 50 grams of protein, really low in carbs. And then we add some cinnamon. It's to your how much you like for taste. It's great for lowering blood sugar. So, and plus very flavorful. So,
I love cinnamon in the morning. It tastes
and then just give it a little bit of a shake.
All right, and the recipe is online, rogerstv.com. Okay, let's do it.
It's going to be a little noisy.
That's okay.
So, well.
Love the bullet. And that's as quick as it is.
Yeah.
It just goes in right through there. Now,
There we
Marla,
go.
you mentioned that you were going to make 2 pancakes out of this. All together, that would be 50 grams of protein. Would you have 2 at a time, or is that for 2 breakfasts?
For a bigger guy, I would definitely have both. But for a female or a child, I will definitely just have 1. And that's about, once you add maybe a little bit of peanut butter or almond butter, you would get to about 30 grams of protein in 1. So that's plenty.
Okay.
So very, very high in protein, very good.
All right, and why is protein? Why do we want to have high protein in the morning?
It's very important to stabilize your blood sugar first thing in the morning, so higher protein will do that. So most people will have a bagel with cream cheese on, not enough protein, it's all carbohydrates, spikes your insulin, so all day you kind of feel edgy and hungry. If you start first thing in the morning with protein, it will just stabilize the blood sugar, and then you're not hungry or have the highs and lows. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do something like that. What's another quick way, because our pancake is just cooking up there.
Cooked. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some other ideas for breakfast? Because the pancakes are an idea, but sometimes people like to switch it up.
You can actually just have cottage cheese with fruit inside and add some high fiber cereal. That would be a great, quick way to go. Greek yogurt is very high in protein and very easy as well. So those are really good ideas.
Okay, yeah. Wow, those are some really great breakfast ideas.
Always remember you want to start with a high protein, and like a cup of cottage cheese is almost 30 grams of protein just in there. Same with the Greek yogurt, so very popular.
Keep
Egg whites
very
as
simple.
well. Yeah.
All right, wow.
Yeah.
So we will cook up our little protein pancake here and see how it's doing. And you brought another great healthy recipe for us.
Yes,
we'll do that next after the break here with Morella from Elite Personal Training right here on Rogers TV Daytime. And welcome back to Daytime here on Rogers TV. And there's a look at our high protein pancake. It's bubbling up there now, Morella. That looks like from cooking regular pancakes, that might be the time to flip, right?
Yep, we are ready to flip here.
Okay. The daytime stovetop is not always the most friendly when it comes to cooking.
No,
so that's why through the magic of TV, we have the finished product right here. Now these look very nice. You've sort of rolled them up. Tell me what you've done with them there.
So what I did, I put all natural peanut butter in one, and then I put a little bit of banana and just roll it up. That way it's a little more, adding a little more protein, adding the fruit in there, just for a more complete meal. So again, you can have it as a first thing in the morning as a breakfast, or you can have it as a snack later on in the day.
Or
that would work
a
as
lunch.
well.
And you mentioned kids. I'm sure kids love that.
Kids love it. My son loves it. Yeah.
All right. And so we have those right there. And as we said, the recipe is rogerstv.com. And you brought another healthy idea for us.
Yes, I have. It's a pearl couscous with chickpeas inside. And this is the bag for that. Like you can just use regular couscous, but I brought this one. I like it because it has some other things inside, as it has a little bit of quinoa, some rosemary. So just a little more. Just a different texture.
Couscous is very popular right now. Why are people getting into couscous?
It's just something different. It's a very healthy grain, so it's got a nice texture to it. Low glycemic, so it's something different. It's very tasty.
Does it have more fiber?
It's about the same as brown rice, so not much higher, but it's still just a nice flavor.
And something different, right?
Something different, yeah.
Everyone wants different.
Yeah, and this recipe can be done, so let's say if you're wheat intolerant or you have a sensitivity to it, you can just use quinoa for it, which is a complete, it's a great grain. It has protein inside, and it cooks the same, so you can use the recipe with one or the other, depending.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so you've done it with the pearl couscous here.
Yes, I have, and then just using chickpeas. So I just give it a nice mix here.
Did you get the chickpeas just out of the can, or?
Yes, I have. It's a little easier that way. And what I do, I rinse it really, really well. And that's it. And then just let the couscous get cool. And then once both they are cold, then you mix them together. And then here I have some tomatoes. So I will get you to cut a few so we can put them in there.
Yes.
And I am going to make the yummiest, yummiest dressing here. So I've got a few walnuts in there. So now I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of.
So making your own dressing, is that a better idea than buying some of the store-bought
Definitely,
ones?
definitely. You know what you're putting in it. You know how much you put in it. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in here.
Okay. About how much couscous do we have?
Right there we have a cup cooked.
All right.
And then we have a can of the chickpeas.
And is that going to be good for how many servings?
That would be probably about 2 servings for that. Once you add the tomatoes, it's 2 servings. Here I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinaigrette. And then very yummy Dijon mustard. Mustard is excellent.
Why is mustard
very good
so
for
good?
you? Because of the acidity, it just creates that nice setting in your tummy, so everything gets absorbed a little slower. And then just for a little bit of a sweet taste, I'm gonna use some agave nectar, which is just like honey.
Okay.
So just a little bit. It's about a teaspoon. I'm using my tablespoon, but it was just a teaspoon in there.
You can fill it up there.
So,
tell me about the agave nectar, Morella.
It's just a natural sugar, just like the honey. So people like to switch it up a little bit. So,
so
that's
instead
where
of using like your white table sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else could you use the agave sweetener in?
Oh, you can use it on top of your pancakes or any other recipes that call for honey or sugar.
Okay. You just
so I'm gonna make a little bit of noise again.
Oh, make some noise.
Just mix it up here.
I like that. So that's just chopping up all the walnuts. We like that. See, that's why the bullet's so good. It's got those teeny little guys on there too. I love those.
Yes. And even if the walnuts are not completely chopped, it's a nice texture once you add it in your salad for crunchiness.
For sure.
So I'm gonna add that in there.
I like that. It's got a nice thickness to it almost. It
smells great too. I love this dressing. You can use it on other things as well, just like a regular green salad or spinach salad. But on this particular recipe, it's just yumminess.
Oh, it smells fantastic.
Yeah.
This is another
nice as well.
Do on the weekend, have for the week kind of meal,
I
imagine?
What I do actually, this is my favorite recipe to have for lunch. It's a nice vegetarian meal. I make a big bowl. I double up on the recipes and then I'll have a whole week of lunches. It's very easy. You don't have to warm it up and it tastes excellent. So
now, would you want to add protein to that?
Well, the protein is the chickpeas.
Oh,
yeah. So that's where we're getting the protein in this one.
And that's going to be another one where it's just going to keep you really full, and having that in the middle of the day is just a great idea.
I'm going to get you to try this.
Ah, definitely. That is fantastic. So this is, go over what's in here again while I have my mouth stuffed here.
So we have the pearl couscous, we have the chickpeas, 2 different colored tomatoes, and then the yummy dressing with the walnut and the extra virgin olive oil, mustard, and agave and nectar.
The dressing is absolutely
fantastic,
amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that is so
yummy.
delicious. Well, go to rogerstv.com to find these recipes, and every Tuesday, elite personal training right here on the show. We have not only the couscous, but the high protein pancakes. Have them for breakfast, have them for lunch, have them for dinner, have them for all 3. And Morella, thank you so much for coming in today.
No problem.
You'll have to come back again.
I will.
Say, Marty, we like Morella better. You stay there.
The recipes to come, for sure. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Check them out at elitepersonaltraining.ca.